Today's adventure takes us to a grand hotel that is basically a city, more likely an atrium type of resort. Hello my friends, Mr. Nomad Ben here. So join me and Dream Poet as we go ahead and explore Grand Ole Opry Hotel, as we just explore like the beautiful gardens and the inside and see like all the great things that it is. It's basically a little city that's built inside these walls here. I've stayed here on my five-year anniversary with Lindsay and I, celebrating 5 years of marriage, and we enjoyed ourselves. This is a beautiful hotel. There's a water park inside, gardens, and a boat ride. And that's what me and Chet are about to do and enjoy ourselves. So why don't you tune in and join us. And here we go.
It's all about where you've been, Nomad Ben. Tell us all about the finer points of living in your traveling. Food, beer, history, nature quest. Every corner of the song to the great Midwest. Tell us all about where you've been, Nomad Ben.
Welcome to the Gaylord Opryland as we head our way inside to go check out the boat ride. It's the way of the future, the electrical vehicle charging. Sounds good. And check out the spinny doors. Got some plants on the inside here. Why don't we go and follow in?
Check out the size of this revolving door. It is so large that it even has flowers. God, man, this place is huge.
It is. Oh, look at this, my friends.
Oh,
I don't know where to start. My friends, this is just too cool. Little room up there for the Falls restaurant right over there. You got some jumping fountains. It's so cool. You forget that this is actually a hotel. Like, this is unreal. I stayed here 2 years ago, but I still, every time I'm here, I think this is like one of the coolest places to ever be here. Just to even visit just for a little bit. This is just awesome. Got an active waterfall here, guys.
next stop, the boat.
Wow. So we're speeding through to get over to our boat right over there before it's closed for the day. But just to give you an idea of this, it's freaking amazing. And here you are, the Delta Riverboat Company. Gotta hop in line right over there. Let's do this. So they got Delta River fishing here, all from carp, catfish, bluegill, and blue catfish. Kind of keeping it like a Tennessee River kind of theme to this. It's a city within itself, under a dome. It feels like we're in the movie set. This is actually reality. So once upon a spring, there's actually a little themes that they do throughout the hotel all year long. So we got a spring-long scavenger hunt, but there's always like a fun theme going on throughout the Gaylord. Delta Riverboat. Hello.
How you doing, gentlemen?
They gave us a free guitar pick for being part of this boat ride. And I know it's a little blurry if you guys can see it or not, but it says the Delta Riverboat. There you go, you can see it better. The Delta Riverboat on the guitar pick. Very cool. So about 2 years ago, like I said in the beginning of the vlog, my wife Lindsay and I went here on our 5-year anniversary. It was a very last minute trip to this place. Otherwise I would have documented Nashville then. But it was kind of a last minute trip. I worked a lot last year, so I surprised Lindsay for our 5-year anniversary to this place. And they had a pirate themed boat ride on this river here. So they had a little performance as you were going along in the river basin of the Delta. So I thought that was pretty cool, but every so often they do some really cool themes throughout the hotel. Got this really nice bonsai tree in the middle of the river as we wait by the docks. And our boat has just arrived. This is awesome.
We're doing this.
All right, let's go and do it right over here. Here we got the front, buddy.
We've got the full experience bin.
Yeah, Chet is very excited for this.
The full experience bin. Oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to this.
This is just, I can't get enough how beautiful this is.
Like I said, guys,
Out of a lot of things in Nashville I want to document for my channel, we are actually finally able to do this. I know how excited this man is.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. Delta River System here inside the Gaylord Opryland Hotel. Powered by Marriott. I'm not being paid to say that. And before the ride starts, you got a photographer taking pictures of the groups of people on the boat. He rang the bell. It's time to go. We are going by ourselves. There is no captain. Well, maybe the captain is waiting to be getting on last minute. Oh, there's our captain. All right.
All right, guys.
There you go.
Now officially leaving.
Well, welcome aboard everyone to the Delta Riverboat Company. I'm so glad to have all of you here. This is actually my first boat of the day. I've been doing other things all day long, so I'm glad to have y'all. Before we get down the river, I want to make sure you see the little bitty tree over on the left side of the boat in that pedestal. We have her up there because she's the smallest, shortest tree. I don't want you to overlook her. She is a willow oak bonsai tree. Not only is she the smallest tree in our atrium, she's also one of the oldest trees. Over 120 years old. Wow, she is really old. So we respect our elders and give them a place of honor. My name is Paul, and I'm honored to be your boat captain as we make our way around this Delta River, which was built way back in 1996, before all of my junior captains were born. This river is 1/4 mile long. It's only 2 feet of deep, 2 feet of water underneath us. That's why I did not put y'all through a life jacket drill, because I figured if you fall out of the boat, just stand up. You'll be all right. I'll let the next boat pick you up. It took 450,000 gallons of water to fill this river up. You think that'd be enough water, but oh no. Somebody came up with a bright idea for a grand opening. We partnered with Jack Daniels, who provided us with 3,000 little 2-ounce Jack Daniel bottles. Now, they were empty. I don't know who got to empty them. I wasn't here at the time. I've been glad to be a team player, you know. But they gave these empty bottles to our guests, asked them to take it home, fill it with water from one of their local waterways, send it back to us, let us know where it came from. Well, we got back over 1,700 bottles from all 50 states and over 30 countries around the world. We list those waterways on these 13 plaques on the other side of the foxtail ferns. They're listed by country and state, so you can find out if you see any waterways from your neck of the woods. And on the grand opening, they poured all this extra water from around the world into this river and made the proclamation: whenever you are here in Nashville, Tennessee, and taking a ride on the Delta boat, which you are on international water. So y'all made a great decision to ride with us today. You pat yourself on the back.
Woo!
As we make our way around this beautiful place, I'm going to tell you about some of the plants, the trees, and maybe a little bit of the story how this place came about. First of all, these trees on the left side of the boat, or left side of the river, this one and the next one is a tabletop black olive tree. You're not going to find any black olives up there because it is purely an ornamental tree. It's a native to Florida, but this is the very first time these trees were ever grown inside. We can pull that off in the Delta Atrium. All other times they're outside. And they call it a black olive because these leaves are very similar to the leaves on a black olive tree. Now this tree over here on the right side is one of our newer trees. This is an angel trumpet tree. It gets its name from the blooms hanging down, look like golden trumpets hanging down from above. You look in front of the boat, straight ahead, way up high. You see those lights way down there, up there? That is the largest chandelier in our resort. It's 158 light bulbs. That thing is made of wrought iron. It weighs 3,000 pounds.
Whoa.
So friends, we are here entering into the convention center part of our resort. 80% of our guests here are on some kind of convention, and this is one of the most popular places in America for these kind of events. By the time we get around these 2 geyser fountains, you'll understand why. But first I wanted to tell you how it came to pass that we got another donation of water. And this time it was exactly just over 13 years ago. 13 years and about 2 days. on May the 3rd, 2010, there was a big donation of water given to this river. We didn't ask for it, we didn't expect it, and we certainly didn't want it. The Cumberland River, which is outside the resort here, it is next to the parking lot out there. It overflowed its banks. It flooded downtown Nashville. It flooded the Opry Mills Mall, and it flooded this resort we are in.
Wow.
You see the red line on the column in the middle of the river? That is how high the floodwaters got in here.
Wow.
You know anything about Gaylord Opryland? Country Christmas is our big celebration where we turn this place into a winter wonderland. All of our Christmas decorations got washed away in the flood.
Oh, it's
So it
beautiful.
took teams working night and day for 6 solid months, and miraculously they were able to get us back in gear so that we could open up for our next country Christmas that very November. Says a lot because it took them all 2 years before they were able to reopen. So they really worked hard providing it. So here's the story about this place. In 1977 is when the first hotel was built on this property. It was the Magnolia Hotel, this white brick wall on the other side of the palms. It used to be just red bricks before they painted it all white. This was the outside of the hotel, and where we are floating was the parking lot and the tennis courts. There was only just about 600 rooms in that hotel, and a relatively small ballroom called the Tennessean. It didn't take long for them to fill up that hotel, and then they had to make a decision: are we going to keep sending people down to another hotel? And they said, no, we're going to add more to here. So they started expanding. First with the Garden Observatory Atrium with more rooms, and they built a larger presidential ballroom to handle more meeting space. And then in 1988, they added the Cascades Atrium with the new lounge to handle the extra guests coming in, and a governor's ballroom. And finally in 96, they added this beautiful Delta Atrium, which we're enjoying, which is the largest atrium. And this is the largest ballroom on the second floor back here. That Delta ballroom is so massive. It can accommodate 4,000 people around tables and 7,000 people theater style. So we've gone from having only 600 guest rooms. Now we've got 2,888 guest rooms, 5 presidential suites, 220 suites, and 700,000 square feet of meeting space.
Wow.
That's why we're so popular with conventions, because we can accommodate groups of nearly any size. In fact, this is the largest resort and convention center under one roof in all of North America that does not have gaming or doesn't have casinos. When you bet on that, you just can't bet on that here. Look on the right side of the boat, you see these beautiful orchids. Orchids come in 25,000 different species. Now, we don't have that many, but we got a nice variety of them. I was asked one time if our orchids are real. Yes, friends, our orchids are real, our plants are real, our trees are real, your boat captain is real, and we have a team of real horticulturists, special gardeners who come in every day, some of them before sunrise, to take care of our river life, our plants, our trees, and they take care of our orchids. And I guarantee you, friends, my lovely wife, she is not on that team. If she was, these orchids would be dead in 2 weeks. So let me tell you about the different trees we're coming up on the right. The first tree is from Central America, from Brazil. This is a papaya tree. And there's actually some papaya fruit growing in the top of that tree. They're small and green now. They'll grow to be about the size of a small cantaloupe.
There it is,
They'll turn yellow, and then they'll be ready to be picked. On the right side, next to that, is a pineapple guava tree from Mexico that does not have any fruit and will not have any fruit. It is the only one of its species in this atrium, and it does not cross-pollinate, so we're not going to expect any fruit on her. The next tree is an orange tree, which will flower and bear fruit eventually. That next one is a lime tree. There's actually a lime on it on the right side, about a third way. Right now you can see it, right to the right of the tree. You see that? Next to that tree is a kumquat tree by the red bricks, and in front of that is an avocado tree. The last 2 trees on the right, wow, those are grapefruit trees. Now check out these 2 trees over here on this side. This is these are called ponytail palm trees. Isn't that cute? Well, it's a shame that they don't, that according to scientists, they're misnamed. And I agree with the scientists. First of all, the scientists explain, those are not palm leaves. Those are palm leaves up there and over here on the palms. Secondly, they say technically they're not even trees. They don't have the root system of a tree. So instead they call them succulents, not trees. And thirdly, the scientists don't say this, I say this. I don't think neither one of them looks like a ponytail. I think it looks like a mop top or thing 1 or thing 2 from Cat in the Hat.
Right.
If you want to call it a ponytail, you do like some of these ladies here back there in the back and up there. You put a ribbon around those leaves. Then it might look like a ponytail. Otherwise, let's change the name to something that makes sense. So if you look way up high, you'll see the highest point of our atrium right there. That is 15 stories all the way to the tip top there. We got our American flag flying on the top of that. There are 6,200 panes of glass in our atriums. Now, if we lay those out side by side, it would cover the area of 7 football fields. I don't want to alarm any of you, but every one of those panes of glass hanging above your head are an inch thick and weigh up to 250 pounds. But don't worry, our atrium is strong enough. It can withstand winds up to 120 miles per hour golf ball size hail. I see y'all already enjoying the central attraction of our Delta atrium, and that is our Delta fountains. We've got 106 small fountains that surround that geyser in that middle. Now that geyser's shooting up a little bit now, but when it wants to show off, it can zoom up 85 feet in the air, which is taller than these palms. If you want to see it do that, you can hang around there. You might get lucky, it'll do it for you. Or come tonight at 6, 7, 8, and 9 o'clock. They have a Delta fountain show with colorful LED lights coordinated with music. Fun, fabulous shows to watch, and they're absolutely free. All you got to do is come over here and sit down here and enjoy them. Compliments of Gaylord Opryland. So I hope you get a chance to do that. So friends, in front of us above the bridge where we're about to go under, you see that beautiful building up there with the white columns? That is a replica of the Mississippi, no it's not, it's a replica of an estate outside of New Orleans that's called Evergreen. We got our old Hickory Steakhouse inside that beautiful building, which is the marquee restaurant for all Gaylord resorts, not only the one you're enjoying here in Nashville, Tennessee, but also our sister resorts in Washington, D.C., Florida, Texas, the Rockies, and they're building a brand new one now in California, south of San Diego, a place called Chula Vista, I think that's what it's called. So we've got award-winning recipes for steak there. Recommend they take reservations after 5, and just all kind of neat places throughout this resort. So we're coming up, I'm excited. I told you this is my first boat. This is my favorite tree. The tree on the right, you see the red blossoms on it? Those red blossoms look like powder puffs or pom-poms. This is a pom-pom tree. Now, as we get closer, I want you to look on there and see if you can see anything that looks like red raspberries. If you do, point it out to your neighbor. You see some red raspberries up there? Well, I want to tell you what the technical name for those red raspberries, if I can remember how to pronounce it. The technical name for those red raspberries are pom-pom hornbills. Well, that's my name for them. Because they can't wait till the day they get the poop out and they become another pom-pom. Every day I come to work, the tree changes, so it's a fun tree to watch. Now we are in the waterfall section of our boat ride, if you hadn't noticed. I'll tell you what that first aid kit is for a little bit, okay? All right. These waterfalls are not only beautiful to look at, they serve an important function to the life of our river. Every 3.5 hours, all of the 450,000 gallons of water in the river underneath us are run through one of these waterfalls. Serves as a water filtration system, and it also puts oxygen back in the water. Helps take care of our fish. Do y'all know we have fish in here? There are blue catfish, channel catfish. You got it? Good job. Bluegill and some big old carp. All right? Yes, ma'am. I'm going to tell you about the book and the first aid kit when we get under this bridge. I'll tell you. I'll explain it all to you. That's a good question, though. All right? So, but first I want to tell you about these trees here. These are, with big green leaves, these are banana palms. You see the bananas at the top of the tree? The bunches of bananas? Now, do they look like the bananas you'd pick out to take home from the grocery store? Yeah, there's a big bunch on the other side of the river. These are so small and green, we wouldn't pick those out. These are Asian bananas. They have a sweet, savory flavor, and they're packed with potassium. So they call them apple bananas, too. I'd like to look back behind the boat above me. Check out these windows here that look like the bay windows. This is one of our presidential suites. It's the only one with 2 tiers. That means there's 2 floors of rooms back there. Many of our presidents have stayed in that suite. Celebrities like staying in that suite. Dolly Parton, you know who that? Dolly Parton, she loves to stay in that suite. Now, Dolly, she's just one of our celebrities. She's not a U.S. president yet. Y'all could stay in there if you'd like to. It's only $4,000 or $5,000 a night, easy breezy. All right.
Hey Ben, when we get famous, let's go do that.
Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah.
The tree that we're about to go under, this is a banyan tree from India. My script says I'm supposed to say it's kind of a wishing tree. That if you make a wish under a banyan tree, it's bound to come true. I don't know if that's so or not. You can give it a shot. I had a gentleman pull out his lottery ticket under this tree. I also had a young lady wish for a husband. I said, don't waste your wish on that. My goodness gracious. Before Christmas, there was a family from India in the back of my boat, and the father explained to me that in the Hindu faith, the banyan tree is considered a holy tree. And there are certain times during the year that they will come under a banyan tree and they will pray for God's blessings. So whether you want to pray for a blessing or make a wish, I do hope good things come your way. But see these vines hanging down? This is actually the root system of a banyan tree. And if these roots were allowed to reach fertile ground and take root, this banyan tree would continue to grow out. That's why we've had to prune off these limbs sometimes, because it would keep growing and growing. It would take over this whole atrium. In India, they have a tree called the great banyan. That thing is 4.5 acres, and it's still growing. They say you look at it, it looks like a rainforest, and there's actually a whole village living under that one tree. It is one massive tree. So at the beginning of the journey, you remember I showed you that smallest tree? Let me show you our tallest, largest tree. Way up here on the right side. That's a beautiful mahogany tree up there. And if you look at that mahogany tree, let your eyes begin to drop down from that mahogany tree, past the fern, down the rock wall, right before you get to the water's edge. You see our friend Stoney the alligator? You see him? Stoney got a hat on. I wouldn't make fun of him though if I was you. He gets kind of testy about that. Don't worry, Stoney's not going to bother you. He's been stoned so long, he don't move an inch anymore. Did y'all notice there's a lot of stairs here at Gaylord Opryland? Every time I turn around, there's stairs to climb or go up or down or all around. You need to remember this red brick building because inside of this is a new invention. They call it an elevator, and you skip those stairs. So as you get off first level, you cross this bridge where these people are there, and you'll be at the Delta Island where you check out the food and shopping opportunities, and then go down and see that Delta Fountain show that I mentioned to you earlier. So these boats that we are riding on were specially made for the Delta Riverboat Company. Hi, oh my goodness gracious, scared the bejeebies out of me. These are replicas of the Mississippi River flatboats that Mark Twain writes about in the adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. But those two guys aren't the only one likes to go on adventure. Now here's the answer to your question. Somebody was asking why is there a book and why is there a first aid kit and why is there a tent? Well, we have a character that's here at Opryland, Gaylord Opryland. It's called Sophie, and she loves to go on adventures, but silly Sophie lost all of her adventure stuff all around the river. So at night, there is another cruise. It starts at 6:30, goes to close. It's called a Delta Adventure Cruise. And the kids get a list of all the things that Sophie lost around here, and they find them all, and then they get a special prize for it. That's what all that stuff's about. Okay? Does that answer your question? Good. That's Sophie's journal, and that's Sophie's first aid kit.
Part of their
Sophie's
theming
hat
that they do here.
on the alligator. You know, he's wearing a girl's hat. Isn't that silly? All right. This boat is powered by 16 car-sized batteries, which is in the middle of the boat. And don't panic if you look back here and see I don't have my hand on the steering wheel. There ain't no steering wheel. It's on the track. It takes care of that. That is our boathouse. You don't usually get to see that, but since I brought out this boat to take off so you wouldn't have to wait in line, we got the extra boats in there. When we had that flood back in 2010, the water in there is about 5.5 feet deep. And so all the boats got lifted up to the ceiling. When they couldn't go any higher, they filled with water and they sunk to the bottom of the river. Now, if I ever had an opportunity to stay in this beautiful resort, I guarantee you, friends, I'm not going to be staying in that presidential suite. Not on my salary. But I wouldn't mind seeing if I can get one of these balcony rooms. How neat it would be to sit there and have my morning coffee and just enjoy the scenery and watch the people go by. Here's why it's always so nice and comfortable in the Delta. These black rectangles in between the balconies, behind that mesh, is our air ventilation system. And it does two things. First of all, it makes sure the air inside this atrium is clean and healthy for us to breathe. Every 24 hours, it's circulated at least 4 times. And then secondly, it controls the temperature in here. No matter how hot or cold it is on the outside, inside the Delta, it's a comfortable 68 to 72 degrees. The reason for that is because, you know, not only it makes us humans happy, but our plants and our trees, they're more used to tropical weather instead of Tennessee weather. If you know anything about Tennessee, it can go anywhere from 0 to 100 degrees in a month's time or a week's time or sometimes even a day's time. So this place, these plants thrive in this kind of temperature. Talking about these 3 trees on the left side of the boat where the red bricks are, they were actually gifts to us celebrating when we reopened after the flood. These are cocoa trees that they grow pods on it, and in the pods are cocoa beans, which we make what with? Chocolate. Yeah, like that, don't you? So I see that the dock is ahead of us. It won't be long before we're arriving there. I thank you for spending a little bit of your time with us with the Delta Riverboat Company. I hope you've enjoyed your ride and maybe learned a little bit about this beautiful place. My name is Paul, and I'll be at the dock the rest of the day. So if I can ever help you find your way around, just holler for me. And as we approach the dock, please make sure you keep hands and fingers inside. Parents, watch your kiddies. Kiddies, watch your parents. I don't want anybody to get hurt. The boat will rock up against the dock. I don't want anybody injured under my watch. Let's all stay seated until the boat gets secured. Once it is secured in the front, we'll ask our people from the front if y'all would exit first using the very same steps you came in on where the yellow tape is. Y'all in the back just sit tight until we get them safely off the boat. Too many get up at one time, it gets to rocking too bad. Then y'all will go down all these steps. Remember to go around the front, check out the photo that was made for you at the beginning of your journey. You may want to purchase that for a keepsake, and I want to thank y'all so much for being with me here on the Delta Riverboat ride. Enjoy your rest of the time at Gaylord Opryland in Nashville, and have a great day and a wonderful life. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Yay! So Chet, how was it?
That was amazing, Ben.
So that was worth waiting 31 years to go on this ride?
Very much.
It was really great. Yeah.
That's terrible.
There's our picture together. Save a few bucks, just document it for posterity. And you get the QR code, as you can find more things to do throughout the Gaylord. But man, this was a lot of fun to do. Highly recommended to do at least once in your life if you're staying at the Gaylord. We're going to walk around Delta Island for a minute before we get to explore more. Now that we got on the boat ride and all the time crunching is done, Chet and I can kind of free roam until the end of our series. So we still got one more vlog to shoot after this one. But we're going to still enjoy ourselves as we are at the Gaylord for as long as we need to. Let's go explore Delta Island. And here we are at Delta Island. So this is kind of like a market square. And it's like it's like a little city inside a dome. Like, this is unreal. Like, you got an active river and boats and shops. And you got a Starbucks somewhere in there. You got Cinnabon, a burger joint, a kid shop. And this beautiful looking fountain here. And look at that, the kid shop has like those antique-y looking vehicles that they have for the kiddos. That is really cool. And here's kind of like the little center right here. I am getting thirsty, so I might get myself an ice cold caffeinated beverage while we're here. Little Auntie Anne's and ice cream in here. I remember getting ice cream here. Carvel's. Very delicious ice cream. Little boutique shop right here. Go to the Delta Marketplace. They serve Starbucks. It's not an actual Starbucks, they serve it. The Opry shop. And a Star Booth karaoke freestyle machine. Okay, that's cool. If you want to go and sing by yourself, there's a little karaoke machine in there. Johnson and Murphy's shop, Delta Island, Squish Pennies. These are $1 here. I got 2 of them in Metropolis, so I really need that. I think I have it last time I was here too. And we got these horses dressed up like a cowboy and a cowgirl. Make your way down there. There is the Delta Market on my right. We get a little groceries and some Starbucks brewed coffee. Got these very delicious looking pizzas. Buffet right here at his Paisano's Pizzeria right over here. And make your way down this way. And the Sound Waves is their water park that they have here. It's a beautiful water park. Lindsay and I thoroughly enjoyed that water park over there. And I think Dream Poet is just enjoying himself with the views of the waterfall and the fountains. And they do shows at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock at night. So you're at the Gaylord, whether you're staying in these wonderful rooms throughout the hotel facility or parking and just walking around, and around those times you can enjoy some fountain shows, as Paul the tour guide says. So a great way, just get a coffee and enjoy this, just enjoy the scenery. I picked up an iced coffee at the Cinnabon, and I thought I could enjoy a little caffeinated pick-me-up while enjoying these fountains. We're making our way over to the Magnolia Garden next. But I always say there's always a guardian angel looking over your shoulder, but you got a statue of a woman carrying a thing of fruit. Onto the Magnolia. You're passing by the old Hickory Steakhouse. Let's just see on the menu. Lots of good things. Swordfish. I've had swordfish before, and it is very good fish, but it tastes like a steak a little. It has a steak texture of a fish. One of my bucket lists to eat here one day, but as a poor YouTuber, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. The Delta Marsh Mallards. Well, the ducks are not here. But I guess ducks will be kind of swimming in here, but I guess they're not here today. But that's cool. So my kind of place right here, the America Craft Tavern. A little sports bar area full of craft beers and some sports. And a whole tab full of good beer. We're going to make our way out of the Delta and into the Magnolia. Going to make our way over to the Sound Waves water park at the Gaylord. We'll make our way down just for a second to check it out. Making our way down to the basement through the Sound Waves. You have to be a registered guest to at least walk around the water park, but you can come down here to check out the little arcade that they have down here. Like this Avengers token thingy here. A little axe throwing. And Pac-Man and Space Invaders right over there. And a little Halo game over here. And of course the ticket slot machines. And the Wizard of Oz token thingy too.
I will say this.
Here's the inside of the water park right here. As the waterfall drops, and all the people going down the lazy rapids. Actually, I remember going down this a long time ago, and this was a lot of fun. Very intense, but This was a lot of fun. They got a dark ride roller coaster simulation in here as well. More like a game shooting thing. I wonder if it's more like a little bit of mixture of both. But these are fun to do when you can do one. You got the Jack Daniel's store. You got coffee, chocolate, bottles of barbecue whiskey, and Jack Daniel himself with like whiskey glasses. You got more souvenirs and knickknacks in here. And moon pie, a Chattanooga favorite. I think it's time to go into the garden conservatory. Got some ice cream over here. And you're greeted by this big old guitar. And the lights are going off here.
What'd you say, Ben?
What's going on? So this atrium has a lot of live trees throughout the facility. And this is a zombie palm. Yeah, I will not want to mess with that. You might catch the zombie virus. What do you think, Chet?
I'm gonna stay right here.
Right over here, Ravello. Looks like a little wood-fired pizzas and pastas over here. It smells like Italy over here. It's really nice lighting in here. It looks great. Try to make your way to what kind of restaurants they offer here. The old stuff. You get your dining options here. The menu looks so great. The garlic nuts, wood-fired, brick oven-fired olives, cheese pizza, and some good old Italian goodness. I'm not sure they have pasta, but yeah. I think they do. Yes, they do. Anyway, Italian restaurant over here. Got another restaurant over here. Gonna make our way down this way. Over here by the dragon tree. It is awesome. Got a Mexican restaurant here. And here is their menus. Got chips and salsa, agave, chipotle wings, and tacos. And as I'm filming this, my Taco Tuesday adventure is over as I'm filming this. I did the whole month of May of doing Taco Tuesdays. This would have been a fun addition to do, but Chet and I are going to do something special for our final vlog. But this would have been a special Taco Tuesday vlog, and maybe a future one. You never know, I'm going to come back here. There's a beautiful gazebo here. Looks like the fountain is off right now, but I think the last time I was here, I could be wrong. Maybe there's like a wedding that took place. But either way, I'm sure tons of weddings have happened in here. Really beautiful. This little waterfall. There's a gazebo. A little bit of a spitting crane right here. Kind of cool that there's musical notes up here and a guitar somewhere nearby, which is on the other side. There it is. So strumming that guitar, and there's the floating notes.
Alright, guys.
Make our way up the Skywalk here.
Check out the Skywalk just to get a better view of everything. So, here we go. Let's check it out.
Beautiful. I would love to stay in one of these rooms someday. Just to wake up in the morning, enjoy a good cup of coffee. Or you just at night, just can get a beer or something and just enjoy the atmosphere and fresh air that's in this place. I can't express enough how awesome this resort is and what amazingness and technology that's used to keep fresh air in here and keep it at a certain temperature 24/7 all year round. I mean, this place is awesome. I can't express how much I love this place. Another benefit of the Skywalk, you won't really see it very well being on the ground level, but Chet caught this on his vlog. See, with a little flowing water right here, and it makes its way to the gazebo right over there. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out this fountain here. Look at that. That's cool. You walk right by this. We were over here earlier. We kind of see the top portion of it. That's pretty cool. How about the beginnings over here? Little history of music and making of the legends here. Anytime I say, my friends, pause if you want to read. If there's anything that I'm panning around, you want to stop and read. Radio home of the Grand Ole Opry. Little Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley. Johnny Cash somewhere around here. Yep. Ralph Emery interviewing Johnny Cash. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Here's actually the real radio station here at the Grand Ole Opry, Gaylord. No one's on the air right now. I do miss working my radio jobs. If you guys don't know about me, I have actually worked in sports radio for almost 2 to 3 years at the Sports Animal in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I did a little bit of radio work for a local Christian station in Dalton for a short amount of time, but I do enjoy radio history, my radio career time. I do miss it, but this is pretty cool to see a radio station. Well, they're not performing anything right now, but I remember one time being here with Lindsay and got to see some live music that happened here. And they have 2 statues of Jack Daniels right here. We're just kind of enjoying the scenery, and they got the Jack Daniels restaurant right over here and the Fuse Sports Bar right over here. But first, before we head on out and close the vlog out, I got to sit down and hang out with my buddy Jack Daniels. I don't know what the world would be. Thank you, Jack. It may not be Disney's Trader Sam's Tiki Bar, but you got Trader Finn's Tiki Bar. Not open right now, but still, cool. And I think Chet's really admiring them whiskey barrels. And that, my friends, is going to do it for today at the Gaylord Grand Ole Opry. I hope everyone enjoyed this vlog. We had a wonderful time doing this vlog, but while sunlight is still out right now, we have one more vlog left to shoot. So as much as you've seen, we covered enough ground in this vlog. We got a full boat tour on my vlog. Of course, you gotta always check out Chet's channel, The Dream Poet, and want to get his point of view of things of this entirety of this day road trip we've had from Metropolis, Illinois into Nashville. It covered enough ground from 2 parts of Metropolis, the Tennessee State Museum, and Helen's Hot Chicken in here. But we got one more stop to do, so we're going to end it here. I hope everyone enjoyed this vlog. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Shows that you cared and enjoyed yourselves. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. I'll see you guys in some future vlogs. Eat well and keep your mind walking. See you guys later. Oh yeah, by the way, that chandelier weighs about 3,000 pounds. And once again, a guardian angel looking over your shoulder. But it said, you got a woman underneath a curvy tree. See you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, even though I ended the vlog, I got a couple nice shots on our way out, but I found some footage of the time my wife and I were here on our anniversary to check out some of that fountain light show. So we'll go ahead and end it truly that way. So go ahead and enjoy it. I'll see you guys next week.
Cell phone, I know you want to. I know you want to, matey. Get on your cell phone, get on the Google, find a joke. It's Barnacle Blues Open Mic Night, everybody, alright? Whoever has the worst joke wins. That's how it works. Alright? So, oh my goodness, more treasure. So, we will have Barnacle Blues Open Mic Night in approximately 3 minutes. If you can turn up the music, we will sail smooth for a second, then I will come back to you, mateys. Alright, be prepared. Keep an eye out for my captain, Mr. Morgaine. All right?
We found the hidden treasure. Yay, Lindsay, we found the treasure.
Get there eventually. Happy birthday. Very happy birthday. Where are you from, sir? Where are you from? Welcome to Nashville. Welcome to Nashville.
Oh, there it be!
We got a dancing pirate. Hey.
Welcome to the seas of the Delta Island. If you come seeking adventure in salty sea air, then you have come to the proper place. If you be brave enough, you're part of my crew.
This is what it looks like in the Garden Conservatory at night in the Grand Opry Hotel. of the Gaylord Estates. And you can actually stay up here. Looks like you got someone dancing over there. These balconies overlook everything.